Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode about foreclosed properties. I'm Sam and I'm here again to guide you through foreclosed properties, especially when it comes to pag-ibig. I'm sharing guides, tutorial, tips on how you can get your dream home via acquired assets like what I did. Okay, so in this video guys, tutukan natin ang information about foreclosed, and today, let's start with the basics. Number 1, ano nga ba ang foreclosed properties at sino-sino yung mga institution na nag-o-offer nito? Pangalawa, yung pros and cons in buying foreclosed properties. And pangatlo, yung tips and yung journey ko about foreclosed properties. And I hope you'll get a lot of insights and information. So, okay, the basic information, ano nga ba ang foreclosed? So, basically, ang foreclosed ay mga bahay, lupa, or condo na hindi na nababayaran ng original owner or original borrower. Kaya, ang nangyayari, kinukuha na ito ng mga institution para ibenta ulit sa mas mababang presyo or below market value. At merong iba't ibang uri ng foreclosed properties. Merong lot only, may house and lot, and meron din condominium units. At alam nyo ba na hindi lang si Pag-ibig ang nag-o-offer ng mga foreclosed properties or acquired asset? Yan ang i-discuss natin sa mga susunod na slide. So, here are some institutions or other institutions aside from Pag-ibig that offers foreclosed property. So, number 1, we have here the banks or private owned. So, ito ang pinaka-common na source, and halos lahat na malalaking bangko sa Pilipinas may listings ng mga acquired assets or foreclosed property. Pwede din dito yung cash, installment, or bank financing. However, mas malaking down payment ang hinihingi nila dito. So, for your reference, ito yung screenshot na nakuha ko nung nag-inquire ako sa isang bangko. So, ang option for payment dito, pwedeng cash, pwede ring installment basis. So, if cash ang pipiliin mo, so payable lang siya within 7 days upon receipt of bank notice approval. And then, dun sa installment basis naman, required ka na mag-shell out ng 30% DP payable within 5 days upon receipt of bank notice of approval. And then, yung 70% na matitira doon, payable naman siya into 60 equal monthly amortization and 10% yung interest niya. Tapos, to be paid via PDCs or post-dated checks. So, well, refresh muna natin sa Pag-ibig. Kasi, di ba with Pag-ibig, need mo lang ng 5% bid bond for first and second auction. While naman sa negotiated sale, kailangan mo lang ng 1,000 reservation fee. While here, through private banks naman, ang kailangan mo is 30% down payment. So, in my experience, masyado akong nalakihan sa need na down payment at hindi talaga namin kakayanin yung amount na need ilabas. Hence, hindi ako kumuha dito sa bank foreclosed. Because yung 30%, say for example, yung value nitong property na to is 1 million, then therefore, ang kailangan mong ilabas agad ay 300,000 pesos. So, ang laki ng difference ng kailangan nating i-shell out initially na pera compared with Pag-ibig foreclosed properties. Okay? So, sinama ko lang to just so you have an idea kung ano-ano pa yung institution that offers foreclosed properties. So, moving on to the next slide, this is the second one, is via BSP or Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Yes, meron ding list of foreclosed properties or acquired assets ang BSP. Ito yung link nila at dito nyo rin ma-check yung mga available properties. I will just link it down in the description box para mapuntahan nyo rin yung site ng BSP. Okay? So, with BSP naman, ang required bid bond nila or DP nila is 10%. Okay? So, ang discounts ng BSP ay nagre-range from 5% to 30% depending on the properties. And so, I tried looking properties before dito din sa BSP. However, when I search for properties here, very limited lang yung options nila. And for me, yung process nila in bidding, medyo mas tedious compared to Pag-ibig. But as for your reference, this is one way how you can get affordable houses below market value. And mas mababa pa din naman itong BSP, or mas mababa pa rin yung bid bond niya compared to the privately owned na banks. Okay? So for more information about BSP, acquired asset or foreclosed properties, ililink ko na lang yan down in the description box below. Okay? So third on our list is GSIS acquired asset. So with GSIS naman guys, same with BSP, ang kailangan dito is 10% of the bid offer plus 12% VAT if applicable. So again, ito yung mga lumabas based on my research, and for more info about this, ililink ko na lang din siya in the description box below. Alright, so basically, here are some institutions that offers foreclosed properties aside from Pag-ibig. But in my conclusion, Pag-ibig still has the most flexible payment terms and mas madali yung process niya in bidding. So overall, for me, mas hassle-free yung Pag-ibig, especially if kukuha ka ng mga long-term installments. So moving on to the pros and cons in getting acquired assets or foreclosed properties. So naglist na ako dito ng pros and cons of Pag-ibig foreclosed properties. So of course yung pros, so number one, mas mura or below market value yung mga properties na nandito sa foreclosed properties, and you can get up to 20 to 50% discount. Okay? So, mayroon ako ditong sample comparison. Like, say for example, yung property market price is 1.2 million. If sa Pag-ibig foreclosed property siya mapopost, yung property price na yon or yung value niya nagiging 750,000 na lang. So, yung potential savings mo doon is 450,000. Okay? So, talagang mas mura siya. So, number 2, pwedeng installment via Pag-ibig housing loan. And this is only applicable to Pag-ibig members. Okay? If hindi ka Pag-ibig member, then pwede ka naman mag-cash. Kung gusto mo talaga siyang ipasok for long-term installment, then I suggest magpa-member po tayo sa Pag-ibig. So, number 3, flexible terms. And you have the option to pay your housing loan for up to 30 years. Yun yung maximum. So, lastly, we have available nationwide. May listings kasi sa Pag-ibig from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So, check nyo na lang yung website. Tinuro ko naman kung paano mag-check ng mga foreclosed properties sa Pag-ibig. Kaya, check nyo na lang yung channel ko. Alright? Okay, so sa cons naman, number 1, as is where is. Ibig sabihin kung ano yung condition ng property, as is na siya. Wala siyang warranty. Kung may sira, ikaw pa rin yung magpapagawa nun. Diba nga nagkaroon ng trending na video sa TikTok? Like, nag-inspect sila ng foreclosed properties and okay pa naman yung condition niya. However, occupied siya. And then, by the time na umalis na yung mga previous owners, sinira nila yung mga bahay na yon. So, yun yung isang risk pa rin in getting foreclosed properties. That's the reason why maraming umiiwas sa mga occupied na properties kasi hindi naman natin alam yung mga behavior ng mga current occupant doon. Okay, so in my case, ang nakuha ko kasi is unoccupied. Wala pang tumira ever dito sa bahay, kaya bare unit pa talaga siya. Okay, so yun yung as is where is. Okay, sana malinaw yon. Number 2, may mga unpaid taxes, utilities, or legal issues minsan. So, always have your due diligence when bidding a property. Kahit sang foreclosed properties yan. Mag-conduct kayo ng research and investigation also regarding dun sa property na gusto nyong kunin. Hindi enough yung nakita nyo na yung pictures ng property or na-visit nyo na yung property para i-consider na nagkaroon ka ng due diligence. Kailangan alamin mo lahat ng property info from the taxes, utilities, and kung meron bang mga legal issues. So, paano mo ito malalaman? Okay, you can ask the neighbors. Number 1. Number 2, pwede ka mag-ask sa mga HOA or Homeowners Association. Number 3, pwede kang dumirekta sa barangay. And if you want to know about the taxes, tax liabilities, pwede tayong dumiretso sa munisipyo. Okay? So, number 3, fast-moving. So, of course, yung mga foreclosed properties, yung mga magagandang units dito, very in-demand yan. Okay? Kaya dapat, mabilis ka mag-decide. Kapag nakakita ka na ng property na nagpatibok ng puso mo, i-bid mo na rin agad yon after doing your due diligence. Okay? Kasi, syempre, if the property has a good location and maganda pa rin yung condition niya, most likely, mas madaming mga buyers na will be interested in that one. So, therefore, mas dadami yung competition in terms of bidding. So, basically, ang tip ko lang dito is, kung gusto mo talaga yung location ng property, gustong-gusto mo yung property, kung magkano yung sinet mo na maximum budget, yun na yung ibid mo dun sa property na yun. Okay? Huwag ka nang think twice into bidding below your maximum budget kasi sobrang, to me, mahirap din makahanap talaga ng property na pasok sa taste mo. In terms of foreclosed properties. Okay, number 4, viewing is limited. And syempre, hindi mo talaga basta pwedeng pasukin agad yung isang property nang wala tayong required permit. But what we can do is, when we visit a property, makikita naman natin siya from the outside, sa labas. And kung wala namang gate yung property na yon, pwede mo pa rin masilip yung condition niya via window. Ang ginagawa ko kasi dati, sa mga pinupuntahan kong mga properties is hanggang doon lang talaga ako sa gate. Hindi ka na tinatry pasukin. But if bukas man yung gate, doon ako talaga nakakapasok. Makikita mo pa rin naman talaga yung overall condition ng bahay. Kaya it's really very important for us to visit the property whenever we are interested in it. Huwag tayo magbe-base lang doon sa listing. Okay? Alright? So, those are the pros and cons of a foreclosed property. Okay, so for the next slide, let's discuss paano ba ibinebenta ng Pag-ibig ang isang foreclosed properties. So, if you haven't watched my tutorial about how to bid Pag-ibig foreclosed properties, na-discuss ko na rin kasi ito doon, but I'll discuss it further na lang also in this discussion. So, basically, yung mga bagong foreclosed properties, dito kasi yan pinopost ni Pag-ibig sa first public auction na up for bidding. Okay? And then, therefore, kapag hindi pa rin to na ibenta dito or walang naging interested na buyer, therefore, ililist na yan ni Pag-ibig dito sa second public auction. Alright? So, from second public auction, dito na actually si Pag-ibig nagbibigay ng mga further discounts dun sa property. And then, pag hindi pa rin nabenta yan sa second public auction, that's the time ipapasok na siya under negotiated sale. Okay? Na-try ko nang mag-submit ng offer sa negotiated sale before, pero hindi rin ako pinalad. But most likely kasi halos lahat kasi ng mga properties sa negotiated sale, yung mga napagpilian na. And halos lahat occupied na rin. So, bihira ka na makakita ng medyo magandang property dito sa negotiated sale. At kung meron man, occupied naman yon. So, it will be really up to you if talagang prepared ka into acquiring a property under negotiated sale. Mas mura kasi siya because hindi mo na kailangan maglabas ng mga 5% bid bond unlike sa first and second auction. Sa negotiated sale kasi, what you'll need to shell out or bayaran is yung 1,000 na reservation fee kung ikaw man yung may highest offer doon sa property na yon. Okay? So, talaga namang hindi hamak na mura to compared sa first and second auction. So, may sample dito, sample price drop. So, kung sa first public auction, 650,000 siya. Most likely, sa second bid or sa second public auction, it will now be 585,000. And then, for negotiated sale, nagiging 550,000 na lang siya. Doon nagmamatter yung mga discounts na binibigay ni Pag-ibig pag kumukuha tayo ng foreclosed property. But for first public auction, since usually dito ka makakakuha ng mga magagandang properties pa na unoccupied. So, technically, wala ditong mga discounts. Okay, so I think we're gearing towards the end of this discussion. So in terms of my personal journey naman, as you can see in this picture, ito yung property na nakuha namin via Pag-ibig Foreclosed. And then, before and after, kasi ito siya dati, talagang very bare yung unit niya. Ito na siya after the renovation. Nagkaroon na siya ng gates, may extension na rin kami dito. And the property location is in General Trias, Cavite. Halos malapit na siya sa 13. Halos nasa boundary kami nun. And nabid namin to for 2.1 million pesos with a 13,000 monthly amortization for 30 years. Okay, so this property has 121 square meters and it's a corner lot unit, and with the price na 2.1M, talagang very affordable na siya. Kasi bihira ka na rin makakuha ng ganito kalaking lot dito sa area na to sa General Trias. So kung meron man, I'm sure mas mataas na sa 2.1 million yan. So just to share with you further about my journey in finding a home via Pag-ibig Foreclosed property, well, basically matagal ko nang alam ang tungkol sa mga foreclosed properties. Pero honestly, hindi ko siya sineryoso noon. Akala ko kasi ang hirap at sobrang tedious ng process. Well, sa totoo lang, noong mga panahon na yon, mas pinili ko na lang maghintay at kumuha ng pre-selling property sa developer, direct sa developer. So 5 years had passed, or 5 years ako naghintay, hoping that the property na kinuha ko would finally be ready. But until 2023, wala pa ring natatayo. So that's when I lost all my hopes and decided to seriously consider foreclosed properties. So because of that frustration, at the time naging seryoso ako sa pag-iintindi sa process ng Pag-ibig Foreclosed properties. So I started researching, asking questions, and most importantly, learning from other people's experience. Nag-join din ako sa mga group ng foreclosed properties para malaman ko yung mga nagiging experience ng ibang tao, because from there, I learned. All of this happened last 2023. That's the time I took a leap of faith, and just 2 to 3 months of participating in bidding, that's the time I actually won na. And yes, it wasn't instant, and there were a lot of losses along the way. There were many times na natatalo ako sa bidding, but I didn't stop there. Kasi every week, nagiging determined talaga ako every time na natatalo ako. And nagsasubmit ako ng bid ko at least once a week. Pero hindi yun one property per week Maraming properties yun. Pero every Friday ako nagsasubmit ng bid ko sa Pag-ibig branch. So hindi talaga siya madali. But I believe everything that happened or I did is worth it naman. So there are also times na naging routine ko na by end of the week or every weekend, I would visit at least 3 properties a day. Some were more promising than others, but I was always hopeful and determined that I'd find the right one. So the process was a mix of actually excitement and challenge, but when I finally won my first bid, everything felt so rewarding, and I realized that the effort and persistence paid off. So sa lahat ng mga pagkatalo ko, it's those experiences that made me more confident in bidding again and again. It wasn't just about winning, it was about pushing through and learning with every step. So ang lesson ko sa journey na to, if you really want something, don't give up after 1 or 2 tries. Sometimes it takes time and persistence to get where you want to be. So sometimes the opportunity is just around the corner, and you just have to be patient and keep going, right? So I guess mahaba na tong video na to. I guess that's it for now, and I'll see you on my next video. But for anything else, kindly please like and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell para ma-notify kayo sa mga future uploads ko. So yun lang, ciao!